Hello guys, this is Solomon, your brother again. We are back in the field. As I always said, like as I tell you yesterday, we want to give a very nice building structure here in this place. But before we do that, you know, in construction, water is very important. So right now what we are doing is to try to install water in this land, because as you can see, this place is very far from settlement, so there is no electricity or water. So what we do to install water first, so that we can use for the building project. So we drill borehole here. You saw me making we don't finish the wall yet. And I tell you the reason why we built the wall up like this. Because if we, maybe rainfall, the erosion comes here, the water can get into the pipe of the borehole. We don't finish it yet. We don't show you anything yet. So that is why we built this wall up, to be able to protect and the cover. We don't finish that yet, so let me not talk about that for now. We've installed water. We're still doing the connection to make sure the water from borehole take it to the overhead tank. So if you can see Mr. Abu, the plumber, a Living Solution Engineering Company, you see how high the framework is. I mean the tank stand. See how high it is. So it's connecting the pipes, as you see. Taking two tanks, 2,000 liters each. I show you when the tank was down. So we'll be able to take the tank up this morning, right? So what we do, we're going to mount this solar panel, because everything, there's electricity here, everything we're using solar system here. So the borehole using solar system, you can see the panel. So we're just connecting this to flush out the borehole as we finish, right? So taking the camera back, connect the panels. I just show you the panels. It's connected to the borehole. See the pure water flowing out. We dig the hole that will connect to the tank. We don't finish that anyway, but stay tuned and watch what we are doing right now. See how pure the water is. I'll keep. Okay, that's Chinedu there. All right, so keep watching, guys. Today we are on plumbing work, as we're working on the borehole. We're on plumbing work, so keep watching to see what we're doing. I'm going to be out there trying to connect the tap, as you'll be watching me. Hello guys, as you can see, we're still on the installation of the borehole. Right now I'm trying to fix the tap. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to connect the pipe for connecting a tap outside. And the white thing you see there is an insulation tape for water resistance, to avoid water leakage. Like as I used to say, you have to know the business you are doing, so that you can be able to educate people, and you can also detect a mistake when a mistake is done. I'm a contractor that knows every step and stages of work that I am doing. I'm just fixing up those things for my boy to be able to know exactly what I want it to be. Then after that, I will give it to him to continue tightening them from there. I'm looking at the tank stand up there, as you can see, because the plumber is doing something on top. I'm down and giving him direction. I'm sending Chinedu right now to go and give him my direction to do the way it should be. All right, guys. We're still on the installation of the borehole, as I said. You see our materials there in the cartons. We do not like to manage. We like to do a proper job that will suit to everybody. Now, plumbing work is one of the sensitive work in a building. Plumbing work is one of the sensitive sensitive work in the building. Why? Because if you finish a building and maybe you tile it up and something, paint it, you know, and the next thing that happened, you find a leakage, you know, that will cause a very big damage. That will cause a very, very big damage. For you to chisel back, destroy the tiles and go back to do it, it causes a lot of damage. And when you finish patch that space that you just destroyed to fix the problem, most times you can never look the same. So when somebody look at it very well, we know that something happens here. So plumbing work becomes very sensitive, that you must do it properly to avoid leakage. That is why when we are doing it, we use all necessary materials that needed to be used. We do not manage. We must use every necessary materials that needed to be used to make sure we install it properly. And we don't only use the necessary materials, just that, but we must make sure we use the original materials and the acquired one that's supposed to be there. We don't cut costs by saying, let us do it this way. If you see the materials that I'm using right there, if you can see clearly on the video, that's a galvanized T and push fittings. The one you see on the floor here is called push fit stop valve. Like as I show you on my reinforcement at Bruceby, I show you when people do plumbing with galvanized underneath. You see the type of galvanized they use. You get rusted, and that water could look poison for drinking. But if you see the kind of galvanized I use there, I'm tightening up the pipe. It's quite very different. This one have anti-rust. It doesn't rust. It can stay on the ground for numbers of years, hundreds of years, without having a problem. That is what I mean by using the good materials to do. Okay? So Solomon, your brother, is still doing it. As you see, he's still tightening up. And today, I will show you, after fixing the tap stand, sorry about that, I will show you what we are doing today in the borehole. That is when I will turn my camera to the other side. But right now, I just want you to see what I am doing right now. So back to what I was saying. This is what is necessary in building. Water is very necessary and you must do it right. My boys are very good with this job. I train them very well. And I am a professional to this. We do not ask how we do it. We already know what to do when we get to the site. That's what you can see. I am not a contractor to take a contract to do without knowing what to do. As you can see. And I also pray that God give us a life and keep us strong. Also give us opportunity to walk, because I want you to see so many things that you might be seeing before or you are not seeing before in building, in construction. I want you to see, and that's my plumber. My plumber just come from the tank stand. He was doing some work there, which I will join him later. So I'm giving him instruction, what I've connected already and how he can connect it back to the system that can be able to give us water. That's exactly what I'm doing. You see, I fix all those things for him and he's going to tighten it very strong this time before installing them on the ground. The sensitive part in plumbing, I have to use my hand to do it. Like what you see, what I'm doing exactly now is one of the sensitive part. I'm trying to insulate the connectors so that there will not be leakage, because that's a sensitive part. If you connect and it leaks, it means you're not doing a good job. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. After that, I will hand over to them. So like you can see, I'm not a contractor that just wears suit, drive his car and park and wear suit and tell the boys, are you working? You're not working, and he drove his car and passed. No. I have to pull my dress and sit comfortably like what you see me doing right now and get on the work. Because when people pay you to do any work, they want to get the best result, and you must produce good result for them. And don't forget that the people that pay you to do this work are laymen. Most of them are laymen to the field. So they believe in you and they trust in you that you can do it better. That is why they give you their money to do this work for them. So you should or must not play with it. You see, my plumber is getting it strongly tight right now, like what I told you. It's making it to be firmly tight. So back to what I was saying. They don't know. If they know, maybe some would have just want to do it themselves, or they will still want to give it to you. But know that people paying you to work, they don't know about this work, so you have to do a proper thing. That's water from our borehole. This water is from our borehole. Chinedu just fetched it for me. I have a taste of it. Wow. That tastes so nice. I even discussed this with Chinedu. This water tastes so nice, so natural. No chemical on it. This tastes very natural. Look at how clean it is. We put it on a transparent container, so it looks very clean, as you can see, and it tastes very natural. Let me have a taste of it again. And my fans, if you want to join us drinking the water from the borehole, fresh borehole that we just finished, you can come and join me. As you see, Chinedu. Chinedu is here with me. I'm testing it again. I keep testing this water because it tastes so sweet. You know, not taste so sweet, it tastes so natural. Actually, don't want to have a taste of it to know what I'm saying, if it's true or not. Look at Chinedu. I keep drinking it again because, you know, something organic. You can't compare something that is natural to artificial thing. Okay, guys, so right now what we're doing is we dug the ground as usual, where we're going to pass the pipe. And this tank, you know, pipe that is going to the top of this tank is going to be 2 pipes. And they have their names. One is going to be called the input pipe. The input pipe is the one that takes water to the tank. The one that fills in water, will explain more about that, to the tank. Then the second one is called the output pipe. The output pipe simply means the one that takes out water from the tank and supply for consumption or for use. As if you want to drink, the one that bring the water down for you. You want to wash your clothes, whatever it is you want to do with the water, that's the one that gives you the water. Okay, guys, right now, you know, we're trying to connect the input pipe, because right now we've turned on our borehole, so the water is wasting on the floor. We're doing that to clean up the system, the borehole system underneath. So as that is going on, we are connecting the pipes and unnecessary materials that we should use to make sure, you know, we get that done very well before we send the water up. Okay, so it's very windy around this end. That is why I said this environment, wow. Anybody that will live in this environment will feel the nature. This is a natural breeze that contains very good oxygen. Okay, I'm back with my boys, giving him instruction how I want it to be, what should be connected first and what not to be connected at all, and how it should be connected. That's the instruction I'm giving him right now, as you can see clearly, and he is listening to my instruction and follow up my instruction. So that's exactly what you do. And right here, I'm telling you, you should put T, push fit. You see the T push fit? T push fit, then put the stop valve. The stop valve is there already. After the stop valve, you should put the T. The T will have one pipe up and one pipe that bring water from the borehole and one pipe up that send water up. Then the front of it will now be a waste section. That is, if you want to open the borehole, you need to see whether the borehole is clean. If it's not clean, we'll push it up there to waste it. I will show you when it's properly installed, so that, and I give more explanation to that when that is done, so that you can understand me clearly. Right now, we keep keep digging the ground to where we put the tap, and he has finished digging this side that we are working on now. This is where the input of the pipe that will take water from the borehole to the tank will do. That's exactly what we're doing. I want to be explaining every step that we are doing in our job, so that we see things clearly. We're transparent professional workers. We do not work things uncovered with sand, build a building uncovered with paint. We want to show you the quality of the wall, the quality of the floor before we cover it. That's exactly what we're doing now. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, using good materials to work is very important with job. Like as I said, most times a lot of job call us, but we end up not doing any, or we end up doing one because of things like this. You know, when people want to compare and they went to others who don't pay attention to those things, people that just want to work to make money, as everyone may know, I'm not a rich contractor. Not as if we don't used to get job. We do job, but we don't overcharge our customers. We do not overcharge our customers. We charge our customers based on the work and the materials we're going to use. But what I want to always like to put it clear, we do not charge you for A and give you B. We charge you for A standard and give you A standard. Okay, right, guys, back to what we are doing right now. Your Solomon is on top of the tank with the plumber. My plumber is right inside the tank, as what you can see. He's right inside the tank. On top also assisting him, because two people must do this job up there. One has to be inside and one has to be outside to be able to hold whatever that we're going to be tied inside the tank. So my plumber is right inside there doing it, and I'm watching him doing it and still giving him instruction how to do it. Then later he will comes up here, we'll do it together. It's very windy up there and also very hot. That is why you see I don't even wear my shirt. Guys, you have to forgive me the way I look there. You know, in our field, you know, we, depending on the nature of the work, you have to flow on it. Looking down here, you see what I was telling you. Our borehole has been connected to, you know, flush out the system. That was waiting to do fetch the water for us to test, and it tastes very natural, very organic. Okay, back to what we are doing on the tank. We're still doing the connection. As you see, that pipes there, up there you see, is the input, the one that feed in water. The one that take water from the borehole and feed on the tank. That one has been connected already. So what we are doing right now is to do the output. You know, the output of it. That's my plumber trying to come out. My plumber is trying to come out. I'm trying to give him space to do that. So, like as I said, it's very windy up there. Very nice breeze. If you are not strong, you can be pulled down. But because we are professional to this, don't worry about it. We are careful with our job. I'm only not wearing shirt because I don't like heat. It's very hot up there. You can even see I'm touching something on my head. I couldn't wear my safety cap because that's not the right place to wear it. It might fall off. You see the wind, what it does right now. Okay, plumber is trying to come outside. He has finished what he's supposed to do underneath. So he's trying to come out. Let me give him space for him to do that. Okay, now we have connected the material, the valves that are supposed to be underneath. Then after this stage that we're doing now, maybe on my next video, I will show you how to connect the electric system. That is the automatic control system. You know, they call it floater switch. The one that will signal the pump when the tank is full. It should signal the pump to stop pumping. And we set it in such a way that when the tank reduces to 10 liters, it should fill it up. So that's not about that right now. What we're doing right now is what I'm explaining. We're connecting the input of the tank, as I said. And you see my boy is holding the installation tape, water installation tape. That tape is very, very good from UK. I have that product from UK. Stepping it so that it will not have any leakage. People just connect it straight, but we don't do that. We must make sure we use the materials that we're supposed to use. We do not cut costs. As I was telling you before, we're contractors that will charge you for air and work for air. We do not cut costs after charging you to make more money. Maybe that's the reason we're still managing. We're not rich. We charge you for air and we give you air. People can charge you for air and give you not even B and give you C. And you come up and say, oh, that person charged me cheap, that person charged me cheap. If you're in the Gambia here, you know how many maintenance work we have been doing this year. You know, when we don't listen to good contractors and do your way, and when the work gets, you know, any problem, it's my company they normally call because we are very good in maintenance. And that is when the person would even spend money more than what is supposed to have spent before. Why? Because the cost of materials that time might not be cost of materials at this time. And right now, at the present stage we are right now, everybody that lives in Gambia or visited Gambia can testify to this. Price of materials has no control. So anybody can top up price anytime and others follow. There's no control about price now. So do things that you want to do at a particular time for a right way. Don't do it economically because you want to cut cost. Or somebody give you cheaper and mess the whole thing up and you just end up spending more. I'll be showing you some of the maintenance work we're doing. We have those records already, but we're coming up our video little by little to make you view very well and understand what we're doing. Solomon, your brother with his professional plumber, are still on top of the tank stand again. This tank stand is very high, as I tell you, it's 15 meters height. That's very high. And it takes, we build it in such a way that it carries a capacity of more than 4,000 liters anyway. But what we have presently on top of that is 4,000 liters. Each of those tanks you see we're working on is 2,000 liters. So 2,000 liters times 2 that you are saying is 4,000 liters. It's very strong. And this year, the wind was so strong. And this tank will be able to survive a strong wind and everything. I would tell you, a lot of tanks fall down. In Gambia, a lot of security wall fell down, which we'll be showing you on our video. But our tank stand, because start from the iron that we use in construction it are the proper one, very strong one, not small. They are acquired size to carry this capacity. You see Solomon, your brother, struggling to move because there's not enough space there. We're doing it together with the plumber. Like as I said, even that thing is in the sky, is in heaven. I must follow my boys to be there, to see what they are doing so that there will be no mistake. When they are making mistake, I can be able to correct them. You see what I'm doing right now? If it is other contractor, he will be sitting down, maybe drinking wine and beer, because he has charged for the work and they collected money, need to drink wine inside his air-conditioned car. But no, I don't do that. If that thing is very high, sometimes my wife look at me and I have to be scared. But I think she's getting used to that now. And she's very comfortable me doing this kind of thing because I always tell her I'm professional to this. We learn how to do this and I must do it. Okay, you see, like as I said, I am there with the plumber to be able to see what he's doing, to be able to give him direction as you see me doing that right now. And I train them in such a way that they will be following my instruction. I will not be looking at the risk and say, no, this is very tall. My brothers and sisters, you might not know how high this is. This is very, very high. It's above every tree in that place. It's above everything. That place is very high. So I'm there with my boys. All right, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. We pray that you watch our next video. Thank you, and may God bless you. We said subscribe, share, and comment to our video. Bye-bye for now.